So as we discussed earlier, de Quervain's tenosynovitis, or de Quervain's disease, impacts the extensor tendon of the thumb and the abductor tendon of the thumb. And basically they attach on the base of the thumb and they come up and attach further up the forearm. And where this becomes a problem is we get a lot of pain right here near the carpal bones or near the wrist, and even further up into the forearm. As I mentioned in a previous video, symptoms may include almost like a squeaking sensation. As those tendons are getting inflamed, they're not sliding through these tendinous sheaths very well. So how do we evaluate, or how do we assess this? We've got two great orthopedic tests. One is a more passive test where I take the thumb into a lengthened position, which really challenges the tendon into a lengthened position. And then the second is a more active position where I ask the patient to activate those tendons and see if it elicits pain. Both give us great information on whether or not we're diagnosing the right structures here. So the first test is called Finkelstein's test, and what we do is we keep the wrist radially deviated, or the wrist turned away from the forearm, and then I take overpressure on the back of the patient's thumb. So in this case, I'm going to take Victoria's thumb and I'm going to press it down into that kind of flexed and adducted position. And if that creates pain around the thumb, the wrist, or further up into the forearm, then we're most likely dealing with de Quervain's tenosynovitis. The other movement that I really love is called hitchhiker's sign. And so when we're hitching, or when we used to hitch, we don't hitch as much anymore. We stick our thumb out for a ride. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually apply some resistance to Victoria's thumb. I'm going to ask her to extend or push into my resistance here. And as she performs that movement, if it elicits pain into this line here from thumb through the wrist and then further up into the forearm, then we're actively challenging those tendons, and we're kind of replicating the pain or the discomfort. Then we know that we're dealing with de Quervain's disease. Thanks so much for taking time to watch today. Stay tuned. Next video, we're going to talk about how we treat this disorder or this type of dysfunction.